Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Drishcha Labha Santushto Dvandva Atito Vimatsaraha Samaha Siddho Asiddho Cha Kṛtva Opi Na Nibadhyate Yadishchala Bhasantushto Dvandvatito Vimatsaraha Samah Siddha Vasiddho Cha Kṛtvapina Nibadhyate Yadishchala Bhasantushto Dvandvatito Vimatsaraha Samah Siddha Vasiddho Cha Kṛtvapina Nibadhyate Yadishchala Bhasantushto Dvandvatito Vimatsaraha Samah Siddha Vasiddho Cha Kṛtvapina Nibadhyate Yadishcha out of its own accord. Labha gain. Santushtaha satisfied. Dvandva duality. Atitaha surpassed. Vimatsaraha free from envy. Samaha steady. Siddho in success. Asiddho failure. Cha also. Kṛtva doing. Api although. Na never. Nibadhyate is affected. Translation: he who is satisfied with gain, which comes of its own accord, who is free from duality and does not envy, who is steady both in success and failure, is never entangled, although performing actions.
Jadicha lava santushto dandatito vimatsara sama siddho asiddho cha krityapi na nibadhate. So Kṛṣṇa is teaching in this 4th chapter how to work. Jadicha lava. Don't be greedy. So this man is millionaire, so I have to become a millionaire. Competition. That is material disease. Now there is competition between the capitalist and the communist. Now the communist or the laborer class men, they are thinking that why the capitalists should gain, we must gain. The industry is being conducted by us. The profits shall be divided between us. Why to the capitalist? So that is not the solution. That is from frying pan to the fire. Either the world is run on the principle of communistic philosophy or capitalistic philosophy, it will never be happy. Here is the formula. that everyone should be satisfied with the profit that he can easily make, that's all. Jadirichala. Not that everyone will have the same profit. In material world, everyone is working. Somebody is getting per hour thousands of rupees, and somebody is getting not even morsel of food. But still one has to be satisfied. Because one is getting thousands of rupees per hour, I will have to get also. No, then you will never be happy. You be happy what you are gaining. Because everyone is making profit and losing according to his past karma. Purvajanmarjitam dhanam, purvajanmarjitam vidya, agre dhavati dhavati. This is the Shastric injunction. One man is trying with little capital to do some business, and within few years he becomes very multimillionaire. And one man is trying to elevate himself to a prosperous condition, but he cannot get even sufficient food. Why? Purvajanma arjitang vidya purvajanma. One boy is passing examination, standing first class. Another boy is failing. Everyone is trying. Everyone should try his best, but he should be satisfied with the result which comes without any very much strain. Jadricha labha. Jadricha labha santushta. That is lacking in the present civilization, not only at the present moment, because Kṛṣṇa was speaking 5,000 years ago, and before that he spoke Bhagavad Gita millions and trillions of years ago to the sun god. This is the way of material civilization or material condition life. Competition. The real competition began by being jealous to Kṛṣṇa. Real competition. Kṛṣṇa bhuliya jeev bhoga vancha kare. Kṛṣṇa is the supreme enjoyer. Kṛṣṇa says, bhoktaram jagatavasam sarvaloko maheswaram. So, our fall down, this I have explained the other day, is there when we wanted to compete with Kṛṣṇa or become Kṛṣṇa. The jealous, hinsha, ichha desha samuthena, sarge janti parantapa. Sarge means this creation, this material creation. We have come to this material creation. We do not belong to this material creation, but we have come here. Just like one does not belong to the prison house, but by his own action he comes to the prison house. He becomes criminal and therefore is put into the prison house. By his own activity. It is not that government wants somebody should live in the prison house and somebody should live outside prison house free. It is not government's desire. Freely outside the prison house. Similarly, this material sense enjoyment, we act sinfully also. Bikarma. Nunang pramatta, because we are mad after sense gratification. Mad are beginning from the aquatic life or plant life or insect life or bird's life, beast life, again in the human life, there is regular competition how we can enjoy more sense gratification. But in the human form of life, one should be sensible. Therefore, the university, education, school, college, institution, they are meant for human society. There is no such thing in the animal society. And religion also meant for human society. Why? Because this life is not meant for enjoying senses like the animals. Nayang deha deho bhajang niloke kastana kamana arhati bir bhujang. I have explained several times. This body, deho bhajang, everyone, the animals, they have got also a material body. And we human beings, we have also this material body. Prahlad Maharaj also says, Durlabhang manasang janma. Durlabhang manasang janma, adhrubam arthadam. What is the distinction between the animal body and the human body? Biologically, here is our friend, Dr. Ghosh, he knows very well. There is no difference biologically between human body. The medical students in the biological department, they study from the frogs, from guinea pig, the human constitution of the body. There is no difference. But what is the difference? Not this bodily construction, but development of consciousness. That is the difference. See, if we do not develop, that is the opportunity in human life. In human life, there is the opportunity to develop Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Therefore, Shastra says that ayanga deha, deho bhajang niloke. In the human society, the body is not meant for spoiling in sense gratification like the cats, dogs and hogs. Don't create a hog civilization. That is the warning. What is hog civilization? Hog civilization means there is no restriction of eating up to the stool. The hogs eat up to the stool. So when in the human society there is no restriction of eating, that is hog society. And there is no restriction of sense gratification or sex life, that is hog society. Because the hogs, they eat up to stool and there is no sex restriction. They do not know whether mother, sister or daughter, that doesn't matter. You'll see it. Therefore it is specifically said, ayanga deha, kastana kaman na arhati birbhujangaji. Still the hog you see loitering in the streets whole day and night. Very stool, very stool, very stool, very stool. Whole day and night. At night also you see. Those who have got experience to pass stool in the villages, you go at dead of night and the hog will immediately come standing. As soon as you leave the place, immediately, first, they will eat. So this kind of hard labor, simply for satisfying the tongue and the genital, that is hog civilization. That is warned by Rishabdev. Nayang deho, deho bhajang niloke, kastana kaman arhati. Why? Kaman means eating, sleeping, sex life and defense. These are kaman, bodily necessities of life. As soon as you get this material body, you'll have to eat. In the spiritual body there is no eating. The eating means to sustain this material body. You'll find many saintly persons, practically they do not eat. Raghunath Das Goswami, he was eating at Radha Kunda. after 2-3 days after, he was eating little butter, just to satisfy. Practically no eating. Raghunath Das Goswami was a very rich man's son. His father's income was 12 lakhs of rupees in the old days. So he adopted this austerity at Radha Kunda. But actually that is the fact, that in this spiritual life there is no eating, no sleeping, no sex life, no defense. These are all material necessities. The material necessities we have got, and the hogs and dogs they have also got. So if we work also like dogs and hogs day and night for sense gratification, material satisfaction, then where is the difference between hogs and dogs and human beings? As this is going on. We are accepting this civilization as advanced. The more you have got facility for sense gratification, it is to be understood that you are advanced. That advancement means to give satisfaction to the body. So this formula, as it is given, Jadichha labha santushta. This is not possible in material civilization. Unless one is advanced in spiritual life, he cannot be Jadichha labha santushta. Because he has no material demands. Why he should make competition with others materially? Because he has got material body, yuktahara viharascha, yogos bhavati siddhita. Those who are yogis, they should be satisfied just to maintain the body and soul together, not for sense gratification. That is sufficient. Suppose in Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement, what you are doing? We are giving Kṛṣṇa prasadam, we are distributing everyone without any distinction. We don't make any distinction between Daridra Narayan and rich Narayan. We give prasadam to every Narayan. Of course, we do not think everyone is Narayan. That is not our philosophy. Narayan is above. Narayana bhaktyat para. Narayan is not of this material world. Narayana para bhaktyat. That is the version of Shankaracharya. So, it is a wrong philosophy that because Narayan is everyone's heart, Ishara sarvabhutanam riddeshe arjuna tishtati. Narayan or Ishara is situated in everyone's heart. That does not mean that everyone has become Narayan. This is a wrong philosophy. If you make such distinction, then why there should be Daridra Narayan, there should be rich Narayan, there should be Chhaga Narayan, Matsya Narayan, every Narayan. If you have got such vision that because Narayan is there in everyone's heart, then everyone should be addressed as Narayan. But that should not be, that is not that should not be, that is insult. If some big man, if I say, equalize him with some insignificant person, that is insult. In the Shastra it is said, Jastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Daivatui Samattena Vikheta Sapasandi Bhavedruvam. We cannot bring Narayan even to the level of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. Jastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Daivatui Samattena, equally, fine. Sapasandi Bhavedruvam. So, if we want to serve poor people, that's all right. That is good business. You are merciful. That also we are doing. When you distribute prasadam for everyone's benefit, not for the Daridra Narayana, rich Narayana. Everyone. Krishna's prasad. So, Jadricha Lava, one who is advanced in Krishna consciousness, he will be happy simply having a little morsel of Krishna's prasad. Jadrichala. Actually, when you distribute prasad, you distribute little halwa. Everyone is satisfied and everyone is accepting because it is Krishna prasadam. This consciousness, they come here. There are many rich persons, also poor persons. They come here to take a little morsel of halwa. Not that he is hungry, but he is conscious that if I take little Krishna prasadam, I will be benefited. Mahaprasadi Govinde, Nama Brahmani Vaishnave, Salpa Punnavatangrajan Vishyasanaiva Jayati. Mahaprasad, the foodstuff, remnant of foodstuff of Narayan or Kṛṣṇa, the same. Mahaprasadi Govinda, and Govinda or Kṛṣṇa, and Mahaprasadi Govinda Nama Brahmani, and in the holy name of Hare Krishna, Mahamantra. Mahaprasadi Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave, as also in Vaishnava, Salpa Punnavatangrajan Vishyasanaiva Jayati. Those who are less pious, they cannot believe in these things. So, this is indirectly speaking Kṛṣṇa. Jadichala santushta. You establish Kṛṣṇa at home. This center, this Kṛṣṇa consciousness center, what is the purpose? You can also establish at home deity. You can also perform the deity worship. You can also perform kirtan at home. You can also read Bhagavad Gita at home. It is not that we have made this business that you come here and pay something and we profit by your payment. No. It is education, how one should be satisfied by accepting Krishna prasadam, for working Kṛṣṇa. Then you will be feeling satisfaction. You do business for Kṛṣṇa. You do your occupational duty for Kṛṣṇa. You cook for Kṛṣṇa. You offer to Kṛṣṇa. Take prasadam of Kṛṣṇa. You will feel very happy. That is the description. Jadirchalava santushta dannatita vimotsa. A Vaishnava is never motsara. Motsara means, it is described by Siddhar Swami. Motsarata para utkarsanam asahanam. The material world is such that if your even own brother becomes prosperous, you will be envious. Oh, my brother has become so prosperous, I could not. This is natural here. Jealous, because the jealousy has begun from Kṛṣṇa. Why Kṛṣṇa shall be the enjoyer? I shall also enjoy. This jealousy has begun. Therefore the whole material life is full of jealousy. I am jealous of you, you are jealous of me. This is the business of material. So here it is called Vimatsara. No jealousy. How one can be jealous? Less. Unless he is a Kṛṣṇa devotee. He must be jealous. This is the nature. Therefore Sri Bhagavad says that dharma projita koitava atra paramaninma sarana vastava vostu vedamatra. Dharma, there are many religious systems. There is jealousy. So-called religious system, cutting the throat of the animals. Why? If you are so broad-minded that if you see everywhere Narayan, why you are cutting the throat of the goats or the cows or other animals? You should be merciful to them also. But that mercifulness cannot be exhibited without being a devotee, vimatsara, nirmatsara. Therefore, this so-called religious system, which is full of matsarata, jealousy, that is called koitava dharma, cheating in the name of religion. So, this God consciousness is not a cheating religion. It is very broad-minded. Titiksava karunika srida sarvabhutana. This Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement means everyone wants to become friend of everyone. Otherwise, if a Kṛṣṇa conscious person does not feel like that, why he should take trouble to preach Kṛṣṇa consciousness all over the world? Vimatsara. One should understand that Kṛṣṇa consciousness is so nice that everyone should relish it, everyone should take part of it. Kṛṣṇa consciousness means God consciousness. Because people are suffering on account of lack of God consciousness. That is the cause of suffering. Kṛṣṇa bhuliya jeev bhogvancha kare, pasete mayatare japotiya dhare. This is the formula. As soon as we forget Kṛṣṇa, immediately there is Maya. Just like in the sunshine and in the shade, they are existing side by side. If you don't remain in the sunshine, then you come to the shade, darkness. And if you don't remain in the darkness, you come to the sunshine. Similarly, if you don't accept Kṛṣṇa consciousness, then you have to accept Maya consciousness. And if you don't accept Maya consciousness, then you have to accept Kṛṣṇa consciousness, side by side. So Kṛṣṇa consciousness means not to remain in the dark consciousness. Tamasi ma jyotir gama. That is the Vedic instruction. Don't remain in the darkness. And what is that darkness? The darkness is bodily concept of life. Jashyatma buddhi kunapeti dhatuke sadhik kalatra nisubhama ijjati. Jatirtha buddhi salile nakarhichit janesu avijñesu saeva gokhara. So long you are in the bodily concept of life. I am this body. I am Indian, I am American, I am Brahman, I am Kshatriya, I am black, I am white, I am fatty, I am thin. These are all bodily concept of life. So long one is in the bodily concept of life, he is saeva gokhara. Go means cows and khara means ass. So unless we come out of this conception, bodily concepts of life, that is Vedic instruction. To come to this transcendental platform, aham brahmasmi, I am not this body, I am spirit soul. Brahma, this is called Brahma Bhuta situation. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. When one actually is situated, that is called Gyan, knowledge. Actually, this is ignorance. So long in the bodily concept of life, Giha Chetra Sutapta Vittai Janasya Mohoyam. This is not Gyan. This is Moho, illusion. Atagriya Chetra Sutapta Vittai Janasya Mohoyam Ahangamameti. So, unless one is freed from the bodily concept of life, he cannot be satisfied in anything which is easily achieved, easily gained. That is called jadiksha labha santushta. Because he knows that I don't require anything. But because I have got this body, I cannot neglect it also. So let me eat something let me earn something. Whatever God gives me, God has given everyone. Nobody is starving. Nobody cannot starve, especially those who are Krishna conscious. They cannot starve. There is no question of starving either by Krishna conscious or not Krishna conscious, because Krishna has provided food for everyone. The elephant is not Krishna conscious, but he is getting his food. He is eating at one time, 1 month. Krishna is supplying. Eko jo bahunam vidadhati kama. So there is no such question. A God is supplying food to everyone, to the birds, beasts, ants, insects, aquatic. There is no such question that I have to feed them. If you have to feed them, just try to give them Krishna prasadam. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasa upajayate. This is the policy. So, if a person becomes Krishna conscious, that I am part and parcel of Krishna, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, mamaivangshu jiva. We are actually part and parcel of Krishna. And Krishna is providing food for everyone. Avashya rakhive Krishna vishwasa palana. Krishna is providing everyone. Just like in our society, this is practical. We have got about 100 branches, and each branch we have got not less than 25 men up to 250. But we have no, provision store. Every day we depend on Krishna. If food comes, this is called akashpanti. The food must be dropped from the sky. This is called akashpanti. And Krishna will send. If Krishna sends, then we eat. But you will be surprised that we have to spend not less than $80,000 per month. But Krishna is supplying. Eko jo bahunam vidadhati kama. Why Krishna will not supply? Is Krishna is supplying to the elephant in the forest, and those who have dedicated their life there Krishna, they will not be supplied with the necessities? Why not? Vishwasa palanam. This is called faith. One should know, if Krishna is supplying food to the elephants in the jungle and to the ants in the whole of my room, what we have done, that he will not supply food. It is common sense. That is called jadichhala santushta. But he must be satisfied whatever Krishna gives. If Krishna gives luchi puri, that is also all right. And if he gives sukha chana, that is also all right. Jadichhala santushta. Because we are depending on Krishna. Whatever Krishna gives, we should be satisfied. We should never be dissatisfied. Oh, Krishna today is giving only sukha chana. Now whatever Krishna gives, that is devotee. Jadichala vasantushta dandatito. No enviousness. Why shall I shall be envious? If somebody is eating very nicely and I am not eating nicely, why I shall be envious? We should be satisfied. Krishna has given it. Just like in the hospital, one patient is eating very nutritious food, and another patient, the physician has ordered, he should not take anything. So why he should be envious? He should know the physician has prescribed like this, that I shall not take anything, and he has prescribed to the other patient, next bed, nutritious food. So it is the physician's desire for treatment. Similarly, we should not be disturbed by all these things, that he is eating more, he is enjoying more. Nobody is enjoying more. Whatever Krishna has given, he is enjoying. That is called jadichala vasantushta dandatita. Dandatita and vimarsara. He is not envious. Why he should be envious? Just like at the present moment, politically, a poor man is envious of a rich man because there is no Krishna consciousness. And a so-called rich man is eating himself sumptuously but he does not take care of the poor man. This is envious, let him die. No, the rich man should distribute prasadam through Kṛṣṇa consciousness to the poor man. And the poor man should not be envious of the rich man. Then there will be happiness, prosperity. Not that to form a political party and to become envious. Vimatsara, sama, siddhau asiddhau cha. If you are working for Kṛṣṇa, it is Kṛṣṇa's desire. If you be successful or not successful. Here it is, the word is used, asiddhau. That means don't think that because you are Kṛṣṇa conscious, you will be always successful. No, it doesn't matter. Even if you are unsuccessful, you must know it firmly that without Kṛṣṇa's desire nothing can happen. If you are unsuccessful, then you should, that is Kṛṣṇa conscious. You should know also that it is Kṛṣṇa's desire. It is Kṛṣṇa's desire. So there is no question of being depressed because you are unsuccessful. A devotee is never depressed in the horrible condition of life. Tattenukampa susumikshamana bhunjana, just like Prahlad Maharaj. He was always being put into trouble by his father. But he was never envious of his father. When he was requested by Nrsimhadev to take benediction, he refused anything for himself, but he begged to the Lord for his father. My dear Lord, my father has become envious to you. So I request you to excuse him. Just see, this is Vimatsara. Srida Sarvabhutana. He was not against his father. Similarly, a Vaishnava, a Kṛṣṇa conscious person, he is Nirmasara. And this Kṛṣṇa consciousness movement is Parama Nirmasaranam. It is meant for the Parama Nirmasarana. Paramhamsa. Those who are not envious. Srida Sarvabhutanam. They are friend of everyone. Not this particular class, but everyone. Srida Sarvabhutanam. Samas siddha siddhau asiddhau cha krityapina nibaddhate. Because the law of karma is so accurate that every action is being recorded. But if you live like this means you live in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Nirmasara, siddha siddhau, sama. That can be possible only when we live in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Then all our actions will not be binding upon us. Otherwise, any little thing we do, jagyarthe karmannatra lokayam karma bandhana, we shall be entangled. And that is material life. If we become entangled more and more, then the process of changing body, tatha dehantara prapti, it will go on. Nasadu manne jato atmanayam asannapi klesata asmadeha. Although this body is temporary, it is full of miseries. That we do not understand. You are thinking that you are very happy. Where is your happiness? Therefore Kṛṣṇa says that even though you think that by material advancement you have become very happy, but you should always keep in your front janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshana darsanam. Then you have to die. Then where is your happiness? If you can make such arrangement that you will not die, whatever you have created you will enjoy, then it can be said as happiness. But that is not possible. You have to die. Therefore Kṛṣṇa gives more prominence to these four kinds of miseries. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshana darsanam. So people should be satisfied in any condition of life given by Kṛṣṇa, and he should endeavor for developing his Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Athata brahma jigyasa. This is the real aim of life. not to make competition to get more comfortable life than your neighbor or father or brother or like that. That is not our business. That is the business of the cats and dogs. Kṛṣṇan kaman arhati bir bhujangje. Then, what is that? Tapo dibbam. This human life is for tapasya. This is tapasya. All right, Kṛṣṇa has given me this position. That's all right. I will be satisfied. This is the tapasya. Why should I make competition? And simply by doing competition, I am not going to be successful. That is the instruction of all Shastra. Tasyaiva heta prajateta kovida na labhate jat bhamatam upan tallabhate dukkha vadannatha sukham kalena sarvatra gobirahamsa. Do you think that if you try to become more happy, you will be happy? No. The Shastra says that you get miserable condition of life without hankering after this. Nobody hankers after that, all miseries may come upon you. No. But it comes. Similarly, all kinds of happiness that you are destined to enjoy, that will also come. So you don't waste your time for material happiness. You simply save your time for development of Kṛṣṇa consciousness, then you will be happy, then you will be free. That is the